What is up, everybody, and thank you for tuning in today. I am sitting in a snowed-in FRS. I had to dig my way into this car to start it and just let it warm up a little bit, and hopefully it'll clear the rest of it. But while we're doing that, I figured we would go over a couple things. Over the weekend, on Saturday morning, I had my ToyotaCare 1-year service. It's 10,000 miles or 1 year. I wasn't anywhere near 10,000 miles, but yep, 1 year. It was about 6,000 miles. So I wanted to go over some of the things that I do before and after I have any kind of service done anywhere, and go over some of the stats with you and show you the money saved and a couple things about ToyotaCare. So let's get started. Just look at how dirty this truck gets in the snow. I don't know if the camera picks it up good or not. It is just salted up. This is when the TRD Pro looks its best. Doesn't need to be clean and washed. Needs to be nasty and salty. This was just washed right after the oil change. Isn't that crazy? So first, I want to talk to you about a couple things I do before and after the oil changes. Now, some of these are kind of OCD and a little meticulous, but I do this for good reason. All of the vehicles that I've owned, and the two that I own now, I'm very on top of, in the way of, I make sure they're clean all the time. I make sure the interior is spotless. Things like that. I don't necessarily care about the exterior of, the Tundra, because it's a truck, and I don't mind it being dirty because it gives it character. But like overall, if it's going to get dirty, I want it to get dirty because of me. So what I do before I go to service is I walk up and down the truck, top to bottom, side to side. You get it. I check all the bumpers. I check the side panels, quarter panels. I check the wheels and tires. I check everything. And that's not saying anything about the place I go to get my oil changed or my vehicle serviced. It's just to cover myself. When I walk the truck, I make sure that there's no dents, there's no dings, there's no scratches, there's no rubs on the rim, nothing. I make sure it's 100% going in. Now, when the vehicle comes back from service, I do the same thing again. Over the years, I've actually found a couple things and got it taken care of, or else I would have just not noticed. Now, that is just being smart. You paid 45, 50 grand, whatever you paid for your vehicle. It doesn't have to be a Toyota, it could be anything. You paid a lot of money for your vehicle. You're putting your investment in somebody else's hands who may not care as much as you do about that vehicle. So you want to make sure that you're protecting what's yours. So just advice, if you don't do it from now on. Trust me, it will pay off in the long run. Always check your car up and down. Don't ever leave anything valuable inside the car. Now, some of these are obvious duh type things, but if it helps one or two of you, mission accomplished. Just make sure you secure all your stuff and make sure you check your vehicle inside and out before and after the oil change or service. All right, so now on to the actual service that we had. So this is the ToyotaCare 10,000 mile, 12-month service. And what it is for the Tundra is an oil change and a tire rotation, top off the fluids, check everything out, make sure we're golden. So the good thing about ToyotaCare, if you're someone who doesn't have a Toyota or you don't have this plan because your Toyota's older, is ToyotaCare covers all of that. They tell you when to come in. You come in every 5,000 miles, and every other service, you end up getting your oil change. On the service that you don't get your oil change, you still get the tire rotation. They still check everything out and make sure your vehicle is in tip-top. So it's a no-lose situation. The great part is for the Tundra and for the FRS that we're sitting in right now, they take synthetic oil, okay? So you're getting a free synthetic oil change, and that can get pricey. We'll go over the price at the end of this. But for the Tundra, everything went 100%. There was no issues whatsoever, and I wouldn't expect it. A, it's a Toyota. B, it's very new. Yeah, there was no issues whatsoever. Nothing crazy. On some of the stats, where they go over, I don't know if you can see this. This is like how they go over your vehicle and check everything's good and stuff like that. Everything got a good rating. There was nothing that was left off. My tires are in great shape. Everything's green. Battery's in great shape. So, not much bad stuff to report, which is a great thing. They check your washer fluid, your coolant, brake reservoir, transmission. They check your transfer case. that's a good thing to check too, because you know, you don't want to be out there needing four-wheel drive and not having it. So that's a great thing. They check literally everything on the car. I mean, down to if your horn works. So big ups to Toyota for that. But yeah, for the Tundra, everything was good. There was no issues whatsoever. So after the oil change, the tire rotation, they reset the maintenance light, they checked and topped off all my fluids, including windshield washer fluid, which is cool. The total came to $97.48, okay? But I didn't have to pay a dime because ToyotaCare covers that, so it was free. So I saved $100 right there. You can't go wrong with ToyotaCare. So if you're in the market for a vehicle and Toyota is one of your options, for me, that would be a tipping point, because a lot of other companies don't offer something like that. I'm sure a few of them do, but this one is awesome, and it's proven, because I can tell you, I've used ToyotaCare in the last two Toyotas, the 2014 Tundra and this. I guess the FRS now, I haven't taken it in for any service yet, but I've used ToyotaCare and I can stand by it. It's awesome. You know, you go in, you schedule your appointment, you go in, they take you right in, do what they got to do. Not a dime. Haven't paid a dime yet on ToyotaCare, and I've done quite a few visits. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, check out Toyota, and you can read into ToyotaCare. It'll show you everything in its intervals of what it will do for you. So that's how the Tundra did. Everything went well. Saved $100, which is huge. Synthetic oil change, which is even cooler. You're not getting, like, you know, fossil black nasty oil. You're getting the good stuff. So yeah, that's all I have to report today. As I was saying in the video earlier, when they're done with your ToyotaCare service, they wash the truck. 100% car wash. Awesome. So they washed the truck, and then it was driven out into the snow, and it looks like a salty mess now. But you have a Toyota Tundra. It's okay to look that way. Gives it character. So I hope this helps you guys, you know, if you're in the market, or, you know, I hope it helped if you don't walk around your vehicle and check it meticulously. And the interior too. I don't know if you do that. If you don't do that, try start doing that. If you do it, write me a message saying, duh, we already do that. So yeah, comment below or find me on Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. Guys, have a great night.